Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John, I'm sitting in the world famous sipping den. And I review everything that has anything to do with alcohol. How cool is that? And I have a famous Sunday morning coffee review. So if you want to know anything, you're interested in anything that has anything to do with alcohol or coffee, you're home. This is a one-stop shop. You'll never have to go anywhere else again. I review all these things. I'm the only one in the world that can do it. And to make things fair to the other YouTube channels, and we're friends. I'm friends with a lot of them. So they appreciate the fact that I do these reviews with half my taste buds tied behind my back. So since you're home, give me a sub and let's get into it. By the way, one of my favorites, Woodford Reserve. Today we're going to be doing the regular old Woodford Reserve. All right? And then we will do the double oaked. And then we will do the double oaked. And then I have a master's collection. Which one is this? 5 malt stouted mash. And if you look at my playlist, because reviewing all these things, I have to have an extensive, up-to-date, easily navigatable playlist, and I do. And on every video that I shoot, the first comment is mine, and I pin it because I always provide a link to what I'm reviewing. In this case, there'll be a link to my bourbon reviews, and you can find all the rest of the Woodfords I've done. These are just the ones coming up. Yeah, I've done this once before with Bourbon Bob, but I'm going to do it again. So, good old Woodford Reserve. All right. Initially, Brown-Forman product. Initially made by Lincoln Henderson. Lincoln Henderson was a master distiller for Brown-Forman for 40 years, and when he retired, he waited a year, and then he started Angel's Envy. Very interesting. But the Woodford Reserve Distillery is formerly known as the Old Oscar Pepper Distillery, and later the Lebrot and Graham Distillery. It's approximately 8 miles from the town of Versailles in north central Kentucky. If you ever get a chance, it's a beautiful distillery. I've been there many times. I've been to Versailles many times. I used to live close to it, and I have friends that live there. A very nice, quaint little town in Woodford County, Kentucky. Distilling began the site of the current day distillery in 1812. How cool is that? Although the site has not been continuously operations as a distillery since, the main structure built in 1838 stands as one of the oldest distilleries in Kentucky. It is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and is designated as a National Historic Landmark for its well-preserved distillery, architecture, and role in the development of bourbon industry. I did a tour there. I have a playlist, bourbon tours or distillery tours, and under there I have a couple. And I got a guy who's been there for many years, and he described the grounds. It's not very long, but it's very interesting. Check it out. I'm not going to read you everything because you can do it yourself. Yeah, okay. The master distiller, by the way, is Chris Morris now, okay? And he's held that since 2003, and his assistant master distiller is Elizabeth McCall. Let's get into it, shall we? Cool, iconic bottle. Now they're smart. It's thin, but it's wide, so it takes up a lot of shelf space, right? With their bottle. So there it is. And what's the bottle say? The bottle says Lebrot and Graham. Remember, we just talked about that. Woodford Reserve Distillers Select. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. 45.2% alcohol by volume, 90.4 proof. Chris Morris's signature is on there. 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% malted barley. It is aged, I think, around 6 years. All right, so good old Woodford Reserve. Easily available, not extremely expensive, great by itself, great for cocktails. I just love the stuff, I really do. Alright, so if you like Woodford, I've done a lot of good ones, I've got a lot of good ones coming up. Easily available, not too expensive. Double oaked has had its problems with availability, but lately I have not had any issue finding double oaked. Double oak comes out once a year in January. It is a little bit harder to acquire. It only comes in a 375 milliliter, and these master collections, some are harder to get than others. That's all I can say about that. Depends on where you live and this and that and the other. So And I like Woodford Reserve. I've picked it out a couple of times, some blind tastings as my favorite. I didn't know it was Woodford Reserve. I just said I like this one. Both times it was Woodford Reserve. Now I've got a ton of stuff behind me. I can do it again. We'll see how it holds up to one coming down the pike. And I may do one of the whole flight here, which would be Woodford Reserve against Woodford Reserve. Okay. Toast it. Toasted biscuits with honey on it. Definitely smell that woodiness. Some probably is 6 years because you can smell. That's going to give some complexity to this. 6 years is a nice. I've read anywhere from 6 to 7. So people guessing. I could probably nail that down, but for now we'll go with 6 to 7. And you're picking up the character. So you're getting the sweetness from the corn. You're getting the oakiness, of course, from the barrel. You're getting the bacon spices from the rye. And you're even getting a kiss of nuttiness and chocolate from the malted barley. And it's all melding together real nice. I've liked this and I've been drinking this for a very long time. So cheers, everybody. Let's get into the review. You know, it's just my acclimation sip. All right? Do not judge it. Ever on the first sip, I'm just preparing myself, right? All right. I say this about a lot of things, IPAs and so forth, because it's something that I favor, and it is this. It's sweet immediately up front. You get that brown sugar and that honey. Then it's followed by kind of a orange citrus, and finished with a slight bitterness from the oak. You can also, taste the wood, the astringency from the tannins in the wood. And I like when something's sweet and a little bitter, because I like that balance. So if I have a fruit beer, I like it. My grandson. Yes, sir? Oh, okay. Look what he's got. Nice. All right. Well, let me finish this up, and I'll be with you in a second, buddy. All right. He's playing with Play-Doh. I love it. He's making little bourbon chocolates, candies. No. All right. He came down to show me his Play-Doh. The kid's fantastic. All right. So, beautiful. Like I say, a beautiful sweetness up front. Could be described as maple syrup, brown sugar. It's kind of a caramelized brown sugar to me. Honey, but these are things that I think all of you would identify with. Possibly followed by some type of fruit, whether you're getting a dried fruit or a citrusy fruit. I know they're a little different, but there is maybe a kiss of fig, raisin, maybe some orange, or a touch of lemon. People get different things, but I would still put that in the same ballpark. Followed by the yolkiness and a little astringency from the wood. Okay, together, combined, that is just a pleasant taste. I've liked this for a long time. I've been drinking for a long time now. I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bourbons under my belt. I still have an affinity for Woodford Reserve. Just an easy drinker. For the price, it's a fantastic sipper. And if I want to make a cocktail or mix it, it's fine. It's not so out of the ballpark that I don't want to mix it because it's too expensive. But yet the flavor is beautiful for mixing. It shines through. You're done?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll be with you. So let me go play with my grandson like I should be doing, right? He was up there by himself, keeping himself occupied with some Play-Doh, but now he's done. And we'll go through these, all right, one a day. And it'll be exciting. In the meantime, check out my playlist that I have attached to the first comment in this video. and you can look at all the, I have a bourbon playlist, but I have just check out my playlist, because I honestly believe you're going to be shocked and awed at how much stuff I have and how interesting it really is and how I have it categorized. So, see you on the next one. Don't forget to sub.